What up, people? It's your boy, Ian Letter, and we're back again with another Den of Owls exclusive podcast. We're on to episode 2.5 of episode 2. Got a little bit more information that we want to give out to y'all. So, again, this is Ian Letter, and we're joined by my man, TJ.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And we have a special guest in the house, our boy, Ian.
What up?
All right, so... TJ, you want to lead us off on the topics we're going to be discussing today?
Topics of today. Business 101, because I know a lot of you guys wanted to start your own little business. I'll give you like a few pointers because I've been through it. So I'm trying to give you guys a little cheat code or cheat sheet to how to get a business running and going without any failure at the beginning. We're going to talk about music and social media. Because all of us here, we're about that music life, from R&B to old school boom bap to dancehall / soca. So we're gonna give you guys a little intake of how we see the music culture. Social media, you know, the thirst traps out there and you know what I'm saying, like the false advertisements. We're gonna talk about that. The two main issues I have with this podcast, and I may go on a rant about it at the end, has roles switched between females and males.
Okay.
The second one, when is it time to let go? That one, I may have to do a little rant at the end.
Yo, perfectly fine, man. Perfectly fine.
All right.
So why don't we go on to the first topic today? We were gonna go on have roles reversed, but let's first talk about Business 101 because I think, like how you said, a lot of people from our last podcast, we're gonna go and talk about aspects of business and how to start up a business and how to get it going, but ran over time, so we didn't have a lot of time on that. So TJ, you want to just give a little. From your insights, that you have multiple businesses going on right now.
Yes. To start a business, it's not that hard. We're in a day and age where everything's at our fingertips. You could just go on an app, make an app, boom. You go on YouTube, make a channel, boom. There's a lot of ways to make revenue just sitting at home. I think a lot of people have doubts because they don't think it's that easy, but it is that easy. Also, people have doubts that it may not pop, or I'm doing everything that everybody else is doing. Just remix it a little bit. Like, let's say you want to make scented candles. Make it like out of like a Marvel guy or something, like a Thanos glove scented candle. Be creative. Be out the box. That being said, a lot of people are scared because of the naysayers, or you're not gonna make any money out of this, you're just gonna waste your time. Forget them. At the end of the day, you know what you want to do. The naysayers are just mad because you're gonna beat them to the punch. Always write down a business plan from point A to point B. You may have a point C here and there, but always have a backup plan and a backup plan. Because not a lot of stuff, goes the way you want it. So you got to have an exit route just in case, or another way to move around to get to point B. For example, for me, for my catering, I only get a lot of business during the spring and summertime. So the winter comes, I make like homemade hot chocolates and this and third, do these little desserts here and there, just to make stuff come in. If you just sit on your ass just doing one source of revenue, you're going to be screwed. That's why I encourage people to make their own products. I don't just do catering events. I make my own hot sauces. I make my own barbecue sauces. I make my own condiments and my own rum punch. So you always have to have one source of revenue, but have different streams of revenue coming in from that one source. You can never be sitting into one place, especially in this era where, like I said, everything is at your fingertips. Okay. Fourth thing and last thing, social media. You need to have an Instagram, or you need to have a Facebook, or even a YouTube just to promote yourself. Instagram's a perfect way because millions can see your stuff and you could go from there. Also, you need to get a business license. You have to get a business license just to ship stuff overseas or import stuff into your own business. If you don't have a business license, a lot of venues or a lot of people, they won't buy from you. So make sure you do research before you start your business. That is the main key.
So within the business license aspect, is that more so like, you know, how they said like getting a domain name for your name, like making sure you have your name set up, or like actually, like how much does it usually cost to get a business license if you're going to do that?
Business license range from $100 to $600. It's pretty simple, pretty cheap. You just put your business name out there. They give you, if you're from Ontario, they give you an Ontario license. Boom, you're good. Now you can start going to venues. You can start going to trade shows. You can even start putting people on your GST and HST for tax times. It's all this, like I said, is to cover your ass when it comes to tax time. Or if you have staff, you could claim them. A lot of people don't know that. You could claim them. And the receipts that you do when you buy stuff, keep them. Because once again, you could claim that. That gives you more money at the end of the night or at the end of the year to do more things with your business.
Because that's like also with aspects of like if you have your own car. Or
100%.
Like you like buying gas and whatnot.
Car,
related expenses.
even if you go to McDonald's or whatever, you can say it was a business dinner.
Right.
True.
Your cell phone, everything. Put it towards your business to claim it at the end of the year. It's kind of a cheat code, but it's a good cheat code to save you money.
So it's basically like for anybody, it's a good idea to like start up your own business in any regards because it'll help you out at the end of the day for like your taxes or whatever you're trying to do.
500%. Doing your own business. It helps you. It motivates you. Like it makes you want to learn new skills, new traits. It makes you be more independent. You don't have to deal with the 9-to-5ers or being dug out at your job. Like if you're really passionate about it, you could leave your 9-to-5 and make your revenue off your own, your home stuff. It's doable.
What about for the people that are just starting out that have like no capital, no money? Like how do they take that initial push? How do they need to get investors or like
the investors part? It depends on what you're trying to do.
Right.
If you're trying to do like small stuff, like I said earlier, making like beauty products or whatever, you can do it at home. That's in your spare time. Let's say 3 to 5 hours a day. You make your little hair oils and stuff. You go to little markets. Yeah, you know, you do it like your guerrilla marketing.
Yeah.
Like I seen people, they like tag certain walls on the road, or they they sticker bomb subway cars or TTC, and people say like, yo, what is that? And they scan it. It's like, yeah, I do this, or I DJ and all that stuff. It's always that like your first step is always scary, but that second step is well worth it. As for investments goes, if you're trying to get like a spot, I totally agree by getting an investor, just in case the money that you put in, you don't really see a good return.
Or if you don't have the money to put in.
Yeah. Exactly. Having an investor, it's like a quarterback. It's a good quarterback, just in case, you know, pass the ball, you're good to go. But that being said, too, if you're going to have an investor, do not try to bite more money than you can handle.
Right.
If your investor's going to give you a milli, and you know you can't handle a milli, don't accept the milli.
Right.
If you know your business is not gonna do that much profit, let's say in 3 to 5 years, scale down. There's nothing wrong with scaling down. There's nothing wrong. Take your time. Like it's not a race. Every business takes time. If you think out the gate or the next 2-3 months, hey, I'm gonna make $500,000 or $1 million. Yeah. You're gonna have a rude awakening.
Yeah, you should be modest about your goals, right?
Yeah, like
you set your goals too high where you can't meet them.
Thank you. You gotta take your time. Like every business, I say, you start seeing revenue after your 4th year.
Yeah, true.
And then, like in any business, after the 4th year, that's when you start really seeing all the hard work blossom. It doesn't blossom the next day or the next year. Maybe for some people are lucky. If you don't have that luck, it's going to take you 3 to 5 plus years. Take your time, learn new stuff, invent new things, put yourself out there. Like, you need to market yourself. Like, don't think because you have an Instagram alone you're good. No, like, you need to go out there face to face, shake people's hands, go bombard people at work, send samples, and go. Like, samples alone, you're going to spend like a good $1,000 just giving out away free gear or free swag. Easily.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that the best way of like marketing yourself isn't just to like put out like information, but it's also like giving people your product. Yeah. Because by somebody getting your product and liking your product, they want more, especially if it's good. Like regardless if it's like what you're saying, like hair oils, or nail polish, or food aspects. Like if you're doing something involving baking and you're giving out free samples of what your baked goods, it gives you it generates that buzz for yourself.
Right.
Yes. And like I said, any publicity or any word of mouth is good promo. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. You're gonna have haters. Like, in life, there's haters. People don't like to see other people be on the come up. Especially they know that you could do it. They're extra salty. Extra salty. So be in mind with the haters out there. Just look at them, smile, keep it moving. Do not entertain them, because if you entertain the negative energy, that negative energy is going to reflect on your business.
Yeah, use them as motivation.
Yes.
Yeah. Turn a negative into a positive.
Yes. What else you guys want to know about business 101?
Well, basically, it's just like, what would you suggest if someone were to be just thinking about getting into business? Like, say, for instance, they're going into culinary, just like how you say you have your own cooking business. Like, what is what are the first couple steps that they should take to like start up something in culinary?
First, you're gonna need your food handlers. That is number one. If you don't have your food handlers, you're not gonna get any. Well, I won't say any. Like, you could do family and friends without a food handlers, but if you want to go into venues and like weddings and all that stuff, and even events, you're gonna need your food handlers. That's number one. Two, you're gonna need a smart serve, just in case you want to serve alcohol or handling alcohol. You need to have that. When you have those two fundamentals, if you're gonna do anything that involves food, you're good to go. Second, you're gonna need a spot to prep your food. You can prep it at your crib, but if you want to prep it at your crib and you have little babies around or infants or toddlers and all that stuff, it's not sanitary. If you smoke in the house, same thing. It's not sanitary. If you have pets, that's a big no-no, because the fur and all that stuff could get into your food. Always have a certain spot in your house where you do your food prep, and your food prep only. Nothing comes in and out that place that does not associate with you doing preps for people's houses, because people get sick, cross-contamination, and you could get sued or get blackballed. And you don't want that starting off.
That's one type of negative publicity.
Yeah. You need to, especially with handling food, like, you need to be extra careful. You gotta wash your hands. You gotta make sure your shellfish stuff isn't touching your fruit stuff. You gotta make sure the raw chicken isn't touching raw fish or any other produce out there, because the cross-contamination is real. And you gotta know people's allergies. That's the third thing you gotta realize. If you're doing a catering event, you have to know if there's allergy or dietary needs. It's good to ask that instead of them telling you, because you look more attentive and you look more serious about your business. Because some people, have the new wave of gluten-free allergies, and everyone wants to be vegan and stuff. So you have to cater to them type of people. Like, you got to make sure you're not using butter, you're not using milk, you're not using egg wash if you're putting on pastries and stuff. You gotta realize that stuff. Even honey, because there's some vegans out there that are really strict, and honey is a no as well.
Yeah, it's a product of bees.
Yeah. You gotta start using cane sugars and all that stuff. You gotta do your research. That's number 4. Research. You gotta research the area that you're working in. Let's say you live in the East End. Let's say Scarborough, for example. You gotta know who to cater to in your ends. I'm not being racist or anything. If it's brown people, you gotta know a little brown dishes. Like a butter chicken here, or I forgot the other one's called, or samosas and all that stuff. You gotta know that stuff. Masala, yeah. You gotta know all that stuff. I'm not saying be a whiz at it. Just dabble that stuff into stuff that you already know that you're doing it. Yeah. 5th and final thing, you gotta have a vehicle to transfer. You gotta have a vehicle.
That is this.
You can't be doing cater events out of an Uber or out of the TTC, man.
No.
You gotta have your own personal vehicle, or a friend of a friend that could drive you around places.
Yeah.
To drop off food, even to pick up your stuff after the event. If you don't have a vehicle, it's gonna be hard for you, because those Uber and taxi bills are gonna rack up.
That's true.
And I'll say the 6th. Yeah, I'll say one more thing. Number 6, make sure you price out your products properly.
No, that's majorly important.
Because you don't want to get lowballed into anything or be too high. Later on today on our IG page, I'll post up my formula sheet for you guys, so you guys can know how to price out your stuff properly with the right percentage, the right tax brackets, and all that stuff, just to give you a little idea on how to price your stuff properly for people from downtown to even, let's say, Blue Mountain. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you guys a little tips and tricks later on today on our IG page.
What about menu creation? That leads right into that, right?
Yes.
And you want to create your menu where it's it's
affordable.
relatively affordable.
Yes.
Yeah, or something that you have good margins on, that you can make lots of money on, right?
That being said, that's why, when it comes to making a menu, you gotta know what you're gonna make. You gotta be comfortable of making what you're gonna make for your audience. Let's say, for example, you're gonna make, or someone asks for margarita pizza, and you never made pizza before in your life. You better go learn, or you better have somebody that can make the pizza for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't sell stuff that you cannot make.
Yeah.
If you could buy a third party, that's great.
Yeah.
But be honest about it. Be upfront about it.
Or you just say, "Oh, it's part of my catering team."
Yes.
Yeah. Bring someone in.
Or that
someone else eat.
Or that too. Also, if you guys have friends in it and they're serious about your craft and whatever, don't be afraid to put them on. If they support you, they could be a good support in your business. You don't have to be selfish and be like a one-man team or a one-woman team. Friends are here for support. If your friend really wants to support you and is down to support you, let them. If you could sense that they're just here just to bandwagon, be cautious. Just look how they act, look how they move, look how they associate with you and others about your business. So you could see what's really going on and not really see what's going on, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Extends into life too.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for for business.
So you would say in the aspect you should, if you're gonna be doing something where you're gonna be dealing with food or anything that you're gonna be doing, the best thing to do is practice your craft.
Yes.
Practice what you're doing. Don't just jump in and be I can do this.
Yeah.
But then when you have to do a mass production, you have no idea how to make.
And you have no space.
Yeah. Because how you're saying about costing out and having a relative idea. Because at least if you know your ingredient list, and then you can market your ingredient list to say, okay, I can take, this is a 1 batch, this is how to make a 10 batch.
Yeah.
So once you have that costed out for a 10 batch, it's easy for you to say, okay, I gotta make 20 or 30.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Also, I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm like the person that does not do this in his regular day. Write down your recipes.
So true.
I know you could memorize it in your head, and that's great and all. But there's going to be a time where you need to step back from your business and let your staff run your business. So write it down so they can learn how to make the food the way that you make it. I know it's kind of hard because you know when to stop with the seasonings and, let's say, the liquids, like we all know. But some people that coming into your business, they don't know. Yeah. So it's either you guide them through it or you videotape yourself making the food. So you can take notes after and write it down and give them to them. Because I know writing down on the spot, you're like, no, I think it's 5. Mm-hmm. No, shit, it's 8 liters. See, you know, just record yourself making the food or making whatever product it is, and then teach it out to people that are willing to be taught.
And that should make it easier if you need to make a tweak later on too. Then you can just like look at your thing and figure out like, oh, I need a sweet, like something different for a sweet here, so I need to take out this and put in this, right? Like, yeah,
because it's the number one. That's the hardest. Like what you're saying is like what, especially the hardest thing for like for black folk.
Yeah, Jamaicans.
We never write down anything. It's like when like for Jamaicans, whenever we're cooking something, like I even asked my brother asked my mom one time, yo, how do you make dumplings? Mom say, yo, pinch of this and a dash of that. Yeah. And my brother's looking at like, yo, I can't work with those measurements. Like, what does a pinch mean? So yeah, like what you're saying, it makes complete sense. Because even for me, like I don't do that. Like I make cheesecakes and I make fucking dumplings in my house, and I just make it. Like I don't know measurements. I don't know. It's like it's one.
Because you know when to stop.
Yeah, I know for myself how it's supposed to feel, or how it's supposed to work. But it's like, if I was to like actually tell my brother, I'd be like, all right, 1 cup,
right?
2 tablespoons,
and it doesn't come out the same.
Yeah, it's not. It's never gonna come out the same. No. It's never gonna have the same feel. But I can tell you that you can do that. But who knows?
100%, man. But yeah, that's a little insight about Business 101. Like I said, I'll be posting stuff on the IG page later on tonight, so you can get a little insight, a little cheat code on how to run your business successfully and don't have failure like I did in the beginning.
Are you going to post some resources for people to find like how to write a business plan or how to do
100%. If you want to go to the bank and all that stuff, I'll definitely try to write you guys a little blueprint on how to do it. Just change it up a bit with your stuff, and then you should be good to go.
Yeah. And again, like I said, if you have any questions or anything you want to know, you can always leave it down in the comments down below, and we'll be more than willing to like talk about it on our next podcast, so you can get more insight in that regards. So, going on to our first hot topic of the day. Have the roles changed? Have the roles changed between males and females? Ian, want to bring you in on this. So
you better put me last.
We want to get a different viewpoint on this. So how do you feel? Like, do you feel that the roles or the dynamic has switched between males and females?
I think it's definitely changing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's changed completely. I think that some of the traditional roles are still there in place in some parts of society, but I think for the most part it is changing. Maybe not fully switched, but definitely different than the traditional male-female gender role type situation. Now it's like, I don't know, like men are, I don't know, restricted a lot of the times from being a certain way.
Yep.
Or they're encouraged to be a certain way, right?
100%.
I'm not saying that it's bad or good. I'm not making a judgment either way, but I'm just saying that it's a fact. And yeah, I mean, women have definitely have more freedom now, like, than they did 50, 100 years ago, right? I think some of the change is definitely good, because I think that, I think we should be moving towards more equality, in the long term, right?
Of course.
So I mean, we have to expect some pushback to our traditional gender roles, right? We have to expect that, because like we've had it a certain way for so long, right? So it's gonna be tough, but I mean, we just have to find the right balance.
Well, I agree with you. I completely agree with you. It's just, I feel with some of the switches in the gender roles, it's it's perfectly adequate. I feel that, like I come from a household with just my mom, right? So there are certain roles that my mom has taken on, being the provider, being, the one that takes care of the family and whatnot.
Right.
And, I had that going on from when I was like 10, 11 years old. My mom had to take care of me and my brother during all that time. But then you have the aspects of like, as a man, you still want to be able to have someone that can like be that male figure in your life to like teach you how to be a man. And I find it really, when a woman tries to teach a man how to be a man in a relationship, she's giving it from her perspective.
Yeah, it's flawed.
Right? She's giving it from her perspective. And I'm not saying she's flawed or she's wrong for giving it from her perspective, but you're gonna eventually make a man into a effeminate man.
Or
a builder.
Their ideal
man.
type of man.
Yeah.
And I think that thinking is flawed, that you can create an ideal man.
You can't.
You know what
can't. The guy's going to be who he is, and then he's going to grow up to become the man that he sees that, he should be at the end of the day. And, like with the role changes in the households, like you do have women that are out in the workforce and men that are like stay-at-home dads that are taking care of the family and taking care of the household, which I say, whatever makes the most sense for your house, for your family, do what you got to do. Like, exactly. Who am I to tell you what you can and cannot do, or what you should and should not do? It's perfectly fine, as long as it works well within your household and within your wheelhouse. But I feel that there are, like, in regards to, I was talking with somebody about this, in regards to aspects of disciplinary actions within the house. Like I said, it's like, I want to have a girl child. Like, if I was to have a kid, I want to have a girl. The reason being is because girl kids love their dads. Boy kids love their moms.
Facts.
It's facts, man. Boy kids love their moms.
I could see that.
Girl kids love their dads.
For me, it was switched, though.
For real.
Like, I love both, but, like, me and my mom had problems for a long time. Me and my dad were good.
Like, my son, he loves off his mom, like, to the
Mom
point.
can do no wrong.
Yeah, like.
Same with,
So it's like, I'm like, let's go here. No, I don't want to go there. All right, cool. Let's say the mom says it.
Yeah.
Let's go, mom. Let's go. I'm ready.
What are we talking about? Age are we talking right now?
Right now, this is when he was like 6'5".
Yeah. Okay, maybe that young.
You know what I'm saying?
That. Yeah.
So I'm just like.
But as they get older, it might change.
Might.
Yeah. Might change. It all, honestly, it all depends on how.
The dynamic
the dynamic in the household. Because like my mom and dad like broke up a long time ago, right? So like I had a period of time living with my dad, and I had a period of time living with my mom, and it's a different dynamic from both households. Like my dad basically was hardly ever around, so I got away with pretty much murder. I was able to get up and just go wherever I wanted to go and whatever, and he would only be around to like if I did something wrong, that's when he would come down and like lay the hammer. My mom was more so like strict and kind of kept the leash on certain things.
Right.
And, coming out of getting to do whatever the hell you wanted to do for like 3 years, and then coming home and coming to your mom's house, and it's like, nah, we ain't gonna run like that. It's like, you can't give me freedom for 3 years and expect that I'm gonna just be like, hey,
yeah,
like there's gonna be some pushback for a while,
right?
And like I had a lot of that until I got into high school, and then I got wiser, and now I'm older. I'm trying, often the word, trying to be like, give and take and whatever. But there's still a lot of pushback because, Mom Duke's gotta at the same time realize that, we're grown now.
Yeah, right.
Certain things I ain't gonna play with anymore. But like I said, it's like if I had a kid, I'd want to have a girl child because, girl children love their dads in a sense, and guys more love their moms.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to the aspect of discipline, like, yeah, I'm gonna discipline my boy child if he messes up and whatever. Mm-hmm. And I told her, I'm like, yo, if we have a girl child, and it's like, oh, so who's gonna discipline her? I'm like, you are. It's like the reason why is because I want to let her know that one, no man should ever put his hands on you, regardless of the situation.
Right.
Just because I don't want anybody like putting their hands on you and then turning around and you thinking it because it's like out of love that they're doing this. It's like I love my daughter, but I never put my hands on her because I want her to know, look, no man should ever put his hands on you, regardless of the situation. And then she asked me, well, why would you have me discipline her? Why would I put my hands on her? It's like, because I want her to know that no matter what girl is in your life, she will turn around and mess you up at any point in time.
Right.
So be mindful of who your female friends are. Regardless of the situation, be mindful of your female friends because they'll hurt you.
But then that also, plays into the same dynamic, right?
Like, you love dad, you hate mom. It's like, look, at the end of the day, I realize that I understand it does play into that scenario, but she gonna know daddy's gonna be there.
I think maybe that's why. Because with me, my mom was the disciplinarian, and my dad was the
laid back
guy.
And that probably could be the reason why. But it's just a feeling for me. It's like I just can't see myself touching my daughter. I just couldn't do it. Just because of how I grew up and how I just feel about it.
Right.
I just can't. But it's not to go and say it's like if I have a son and my son does something stupid, I'm gonna beat the living hell out of him. It's like, no. It's a matter of it's just I'm gonna discipline him in a way. It's like let him know it's like, yo, can't do this.
Right.
And even the same way, if my girl child does something stupid, I'm gonna discipline her. I'm just refuse to put my hands on her. But I will deal with her case if she gets flagged on the line. I'm gonna deal with her case because I don't have to. I grew up in the type of thing where it's like it's not always your hand that says something. Sometimes by just talking and saying a certain way, makes you realize you're dumb. It's just dumb.
That's always the worst, really.
Yeah, it's the worst when your parent talks down to you than when they hit you. Yeah. Because when they hit you, you're just like, oh God, I'm gonna get beat.
Yeah.
But when they talk down, they're like, you really you think you're brave, eh? You think you're bright? You're real smart about this. And you're like, okay,
you get that shame.
Yeah, you get that look on their face and like, okay, I messed up.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Come on. Talk to me.
Has the roles switched?
Yes.
Roles has switched. Like in everything in life, there's a yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like more of a yang than a yin.
Oh boy, who hurt you?
Oh God! Funny. You got jokes. I like them. It fills me up. Me and my boy had a conversation like this last night, actually. And he was like, love nowadays is hard to get. Getting that butterflies in your stomach doesn't exist anymore, you know what I'm saying? Instead of focus on making people's hearts skip, like when you see them or you feel lovey-dovey, you just want to get in the pants. More than this. And most of the case, it's not the man that's trying to get in the pants nowadays. It's the girl that's trying to get in the pants nowadays, right?
Oh, you really thought about it like that.
So I was like, damn, like, speaking the truth still, It's like people don't fall in love anymore. They just fall into this bed nowadays. And it's usually the female's bed. I am not trying to point fingers at females or be anti-female. That's not my MO. I am just saying nowadays the girls are, I like to call it, remember there's 3 stages. There's a beta male, a hellhound, and an alpha. Girls nowadays are moving like hellhounds, aka predators. like they have the cloak on. I just hear the predator the noise, and they go hunting.
Would that be the same as a fuckboy?
Yeah.
Hellhound?
Yeah. That's a good one still. Yeah. I didn't think about that. And real shit. I didn't think about it like that.
But wouldn't like, okay, I know you're saying that you're not trying to be like whatever anti-woman or whatever, but thinking about it like this, like hearing what you're saying and hearing your analogy about it, wouldn't like there will be like certain feminists out there that will say, well, now it's women's turn. We're finding our sexual liberation, and we're, instead of like having men pursue us, we're going after what we want. So is that a good or a bad thing?
If that's the case, then that means it's the mans that are catching all the feelings now, not the women. But aren't we supposed to be the ones that are giving the feelings to the girls, not the ones that's catching them?
But that's the old paradigm.
Yeah.
So that being said, if these females just offer sex as a reward or whatever, what else can we talk about after? What else can they give us if sex is the only thing that's on the table? After sex, what's it gonna give me? Money or?
Yo, that's the same thing I was
asking. Comfort?
Stability?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't offering nothing.
Are they giving me a 401k? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's just, thank you for the sex. Thank you. Block and delete right after.
My question is, how can you trust in this environment?
You don't. You don't.
If what you're saying is true, and women are
predators.
I'm going to say all of them.
Yeah. Not all of them.
But if they are hellhounds, then how can you trust? Like, how can you build a relationship? How can you trust? How can you build like a family?
I think
is this the destruction of the family?
Yes, the family era is out the window, man.
Or is this just a new restructuring of the family?
You can't restructure family from how family's supposed to be, man.
People are having kids, but people are not having families nowadays.
No.
Like
it happens, but it's
you can see like a lot of single parents have lost struggles with kids, and all the kids look different. But is there a real family? No. You see a lot of guys are babysitting multiple women's babies, and majority of the times it's not even the kids. That's not really a true family. Yeah, you're being a stepfather, a stepmother, but are you building a family with this person? With your genes, with his genes, or vice versa? No. You're not sitting down having family dinners or going to Sunday brunch after church or before church. That era's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's drop the kids off at grandma's or daycare and let me go turn up.
Mm-hmm.
Or drop the kids at my boy's house, let me go do some street shit, and then hopefully I get back home to pick up my kid, and we go from there. Like, it's not there. Nowadays, I would say, like, dating and all that stuff, it's like a potluck. You just go into a room, alright, that's Chinese food, that's Jamaican food, whatever, and you sample the food.
Yeah, a little bit of
if you don't like the food, alright, like you do in a barbecue, you grab the plate, you put the napkin over the plate, you put it in the garbage, and you just go to the side. That's how it is nowadays, man. Like, it's.
And what about relationships? Like, people that are in relationships.
Here we go again. Like, alright, so.
You can't build a relationship on when your dynamic is going like that. If you're just like, if I like to interject, sorry, but like if you're starting something from like first day you meet, like, I'm sorry, you cannot build a relationship, a real relationship, quote unquote, to like the first time you meet or first time you hang with that person. Can we smash? Like after, like, for most people, like not just guys, but also girls. For the first time, if you like you meet up and you were like, I like this person, you're cool, and then you go back to their house or they go back to your house and you smash. Like, where are you building a relationship? You already basically got to the end goal for what you were trying to do. You got to that. You already got to that goal. So if you already got in, you know, got the D or you got the V. What are you really like? Do you really gonna take the time to build something when you already got it?
But where's your guys' actual problem though with this? Is it that sexual liberation has gone too far? Is it that feminism has gone too far?
No,
I don't say
I don't think it's gone too far.
I just think 98% of men put too much onto females. They put them. They're too available for them. They give them too much time. They make them feel more valuable than they are. They put them on a pedestal. They wine and dine just to get some flesh. Or just wine and dine just to stunt. They don't wine to dine just to communicate or connect with somebody.
To actually build.
Thank you. And nowadays guys are just moving like girls. Like, okay, like I said at the first podcast, there's a thin line between being vulnerable and being needy and desperate. If you're coming to a girl like, hey, look, I think like you're an amazing person and I want to see you more.
Right.
Are you okay with that? That's just being vulnerable. If you're being like, oh my God, you're like the best girl I've seen all my life and I can't let you go.
Yeah.
Are you stupid? Nah. Come here. You know what I'm saying? And she's just like, no, like, you're creepy. Come on. I'll change. That, you being desperate needy.
I've seen guys like that.
And a lot of guys are doing B and not A. And to the point, it's like, girls feel like, all right, you know what? I can do this with any guy now. And to the point, it's like, they have the power
I see what you mean.
to make or break any relationship that they choose to be in.
So it's more along the lines of like just you're saying that, you know, men need to start remembering how to be men again.
Yeah, just like I said,
to look past having sex.
Yeah. Like
that's the issue.
If you want to hook up, go hook up.
And be upfront about it.
Be upfront about it. I just want to say that. Be upfront about it. Don't try to be a chameleon, don't try to be a chameleon and let's say sweet talk your way into it just to get it and ciao. Right. Now that girl is butthurt, bitter, salty because you did all this prep and all this faking and all this acting just to get some sex. And now you just leave me. Now I feel shady and hurt. Now she's gonna go hurt the next man.
Right.
Or vice versa. A girl like, yeah, you know, I really like you, I want to build with you, you know. And then she gets the goodies, or she gets the guy's services, or uses up the guy's resources. She's done with him. You know what? I got what I wanted. Don't call me again. Don't text me. If I want you, I'll text you. If not, it is what it is. Ciao. And you're just there like, yo, if you really want to use me for my resources, why don't you ask? If you wanted me to plug you in, why don't you ask? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, people nowadays they're not upfront. Like, they want to have a line of communication with you. Say, okay, cool. You do the communication, but they don't respond back to you.
Right.
If you didn't want to talk to me or associate with me, just say it. We're both adults. Just be like, yo, you know what? I don't want to talk to you. Or don't talk to me. Cool. I won't waste your time. You don't waste my time. Yeah, I value my time. Be honest.
Be open.
I think nowadays people are not valuing people's time and attention.
Or respecting them.
Or respect. Yeah. People just think, you know, oh, this girl likes me, so I gotta bend backwards. Or this guy likes me, I have to go cook and clean for him. I gotta give him all my spare time to the person. Hell no. You're not no slave.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, It shouldn't be like that. It should come natural.
Some of that stuff has always been considered romantic, though. Like, if you go, like, a little bit of it, you know?
Yeah. I'm not saying, all right, you know what, babe,
Like, you can chase. But you don't have to fucking hunt.
100%. Like, I'm trying to say, like, yo, this is a personal story of mine. I had this one girl, right? I remember I was called in sick. I was sick. Like, I was sick. This girl had school, and she goes, "You know what? I'll leave school just to take care of you." I'm like, "Nah, man, go do your schoolwork and shit." No, this girl told me, "You're not sick. You're cheating on me with the next person. I'm just coming to your house just to see what's going on."
Wow.
So I was like, "All right, cool."
That's hilarious.
So she came. She seen that I was sick. Oh, you really are sick. Oh, well, I'm gonna go back to school. So it's like,
wow.
so I'm just like, excuse me.
That's harsh.
And then on the flip side, I had another girl. I remember I had the day off of work, and she had school. And once again, I'm like, yo, I'm off today. Oh, class is shit right now. You want to hook up? I'm like, nah, go. Yo, you paid money. No, like, I'm leaving class just to hook up with you.
You hesitated.
And I was like, yo, like, do you have your morals and your stuff in check?
Because they're expecting you to be on them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They're expecting you to, like...
Yeah. Come.
Yeah, because see me, I respect people's time. If you're telling me you work a 9 to 5, I am not gonna bother you from 9 to 5.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bother you at 5:30 to about 12 o'clock when I go to bed.
Right.
If you text me during that 9 to 5, I will respond back to you.
Yeah.
Not off the fly. Probably in 30 minutes to an hour to see what's up. I'm not gonna be sitting in my hands diddling on text messages or sending you memes from IG. I'm not gonna do that. I value my time. I value your time. If you want to give me attention, cool. I'm not seeking your attention.
Right.
I'm not seeking your validation.
Right.
If you're a busy person, cool. We'll link up when you're free and I'm free. Call it a day. I'm not gonna be like, yo, work is shit right now. What are you saying? Oh, I'm at work. Alright, I'm gonna be there for your lunch break. No. Have a nice day. I'll see you at home. If we live together. If not, I'll call you when you get home. But nowadays, people just want to be a Jeffrey, just butler. Just, alright, I need this done. Boom, they're there for you.
Yeah.
That done. Boom, open this up for me. Boom, they're there. No, it doesn't work like that. Because at the end of the day, for especially females, they're going to be like, hey, I want a guy that treats me well. I want a guy that brings me out. I want a guy that shows affection and stuff. 9 times out of 10, that's not what they really want. Because when they do get someone that does that, they get bored. It's too easy. It's not a challenge.
Yo, isn't that like boiled down to the whole fact of like people saying that they want, like, I want this and I want a guy that's like this and I want a guy that's like that. Or for guys saying I want a girl like this and want a girl like that. But they don't really think about the things that they need in the person that they have in their life. They're so busy focused on the wants, and then they, like, when they get all the things that they want, you realize, I don't want this. I don't like what this is.
That's the 98% of the males out there. I feel like I'm the 3%. I don't. When I see a girl that I interested in, I'll communicate with her. I'll tell her my intentions from the jump. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you know, or beat around the bush. I'm like, yo, like I like talking to you. I like vibing with you. Let's build this up. If I see a girl that, let's say I'm lusting over her, I'll tell her like, yo, like you're beautiful, or whatever. But I'm not gonna initiate the hookup because I don't want to hook up. Like I've been doing that in my teens and stuff, in early 20s. I just want to kick back and relax.
Right.
So that being said, like when I see people be like, "Oh, you gotta do this," I'm like, "Nah, you don't really have to. Just calm and collective always wins. Being confident is key. If you're just gonna be an actor or let's just say a con artist, you're gonna fail miserably. Like, just be yourself. Like, like I said, like when I see a girl that I see a future with, I tell you straight, like, yo, like, I could see, me personally, I could see this going. You may not see this now, but I see it going. Like, you have stuff that I like.
Yeah.
We have the same values. We have the same goals. We have a lot of stuff in common. I don't believe opposite tracks. Nah, like, I believe people that have stuff in common, it lasts longer because you guys do the same thing together, whatever. But the stuff that you guys have uncommon, you can learn from each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, for example, I had this one ex. She was an amazing writer, like, write stories, whatever. I ain't like writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I like doing ghostwriting for people. Mm-hmm. I ain't like writing books. She liked the way that I build things, like computers and all this stuff. So we traded.
Right.
She showed me how to write. I showed her how to build computers. It was a nice trade-off.
Yeah.
But we still had a lot of stuff in common. It wasn't like we had a lot of stuff uncommon. We had, like, let's say 80% stuff in common. The rest was uncommon. But it enticed me. It got me more intrigued about her.
For sure.
And the same thing with her. And we just traded off.
Mm-hmm.
Every relationship that you're going to go into, whether it's a friendship
right.
or a full commitment, don't look at it as a regret if it didn't go well. Look at it as a leveling up. Because now you can see what you need, what you want, what you like, and how you evolve to become the next person for your next relationship.
True, right. True.
Don't make any heartbreak demote you in any type of way. Level up. Defeat is always, to me personally, I find defeat more righteous than victory. Because in a defeat, I could just level up. I could harden up my body, my mind, my soul, and come back harder.
Yeah.
Winning all the time, it gets boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need something to prove after.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to feel that drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Failure brings success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, even girls, you can use this line too. This is one of my favorite lines now. That person was never yours. It was just your turn. Just remember that line, and you'll be okay. That's my rant about this topic. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna make a giant leap. I don't know if I should.
Make that leap, man.
This is an open forum.
I was gonna say, like, I think, because I'm just trying to think, like, the root problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of, like, this whole discussion, and to me, it's greed and money.
Okay. Okay.
It may seem unrelated to the topic of, like, you know, gender roles and all the things we've been talking about, but I feel like all the stereotypes that we're trapped in now, we're trapped in because, and this is not like us specifically, but as a society, is because we're trapped in them because of, like, what the mass culture has formed us into, and you know, the mass culture preys on our insecurities, and it's all in search of a profit, right? So, like, for instance, the over sexualization of women in the fashion industry, in movies, in music videos, etc. You know, I think that's kind of what shifted the male psychology towards women and being so thirsty towards women. That's just in my opinion, right? But
I love that word thirsty, though. I can't lie.
you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it's all about money, and same with, like, even women's perceptions of, like, the ideal man or the ideal relationship. It's like, it all comes from these, you know, like these origin stories or these fairy tales that they've grown up.
Fucking romance novels.
Right, and it's like, and these are written by people that are really just trying to make money.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to put out some fiction, you know, like maybe just as a piece of literature. But, like, for the mass culture wise, it's mostly about money.
Yeah, it's like those pickup artists and stuff, or the dating coaches.
Yeah, that's all bullshit.
They just put stuff out there just to make money off you in your current situation. Like, let's just say you broke with an ex. You can go online right now. There's like 1,000 books on how to get your ex back.
Of course.
Do y'all work? No.
But if you put your mind to it, you can get your ex back.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if
you just put that time and homework into it, you probably get it back. Yeah. Or him back.
If you really want it.
Yeah.
Or you're having trouble picking up ladies. There's all these stupid pickup lines or pickup books you could use to pick up ladies. And you just look creepy and weird.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about confidence. Yeah. I tell guys all the time, you could get any girl you want just by being yourself, being confident, and eye contact. If you want to talk to a girl with your head down, this, that, and third, and like, yeah, you know, I kind of like you and all, but your head's down and stuff, she look at you like, yo, like, you're not serious. If you keep the eye contact and you have the proper body language, you could talk to any girl you want.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Doesn't matter if you're short, doesn't matter if you're tall, doesn't matter if you're big, you're skinny.
You always see those girls that are like banging.
Yeah.
And they're with like some dude and you're like,
Poindexter.
huh?
How did this happen?
Yeah, and it's like confidence.
It's confidence. It really is confidence, and they know what they're doing. They know what they want.
Right.
If you're gonna be timid or be not certain about certain things, or even being a pushover too. If you're a pushover 24/7, she's gonna be off it. Like, just like I said, like in everything in life, there's always a thin line. If you want to be a provider or be someone that's caring, here's a thin line of being a pushover. Like, if your girl or guy wants to go to the movies all the time, and you're like, okay, a no here and there is fine.
For sure.
Like, if your girl like, yo, I want that bag, you go, okay, here's my wallet. Every time, it's like, you're a pushover. Just say no. He or she will respect you longer for the no than the yes. Because they could see now.
You have some backbone.
That was just about to say, backbone. If you don't have a backbone, that people are just going to run over you. Like, sorry to say. I know you want to please your man or your woman, but a no goes a long way. If you're a caring person, I know it'll be kind of hard, and you don't see it as you being a pushover. I get it, but there's certain stuff you should have a break limit for. For example, let's just say you're going to, let's say Luxie's on a Friday night, and your girl tells you, hey, do you mind dropping off Becky, Amy, Samantha at their cribs? You can say no. The way that they got here is the way they're going back home. Simple. You're not being rude. You're not being disrespectful. You just want to go home safe and sound with you and your girl, or you drop your girl at home and call it a day.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't always have to be like, yeah. Sometimes it's always good to say no.
Yeah.
Even though you might get in an argument with her, because you always know when a girl has to do something and you say no, it's gonna start it might start an argument.
Might get salty.
Yeah, but at least if you're like, yo, no, I'm not gonna do this for you all the time.
Makes you stronger.
Yeah. But there was one thing when you were talking about money. We were saying that the like financial aspects. A lot of people are doing things for financial stuff. That resonates as well, because like outside of all of this, like if you look at the way of like we were talking about fashion and how we appearance and whatnot, you realize that for a guy, for an average guy, and I got to talk for myself, like an average black guy, to go and get just a cleanup at a barber costs you like now $30. Back in the day, it cost you like $15. You're just getting cut and shaved, line up, whatever. Cost you $30 to do that. I don't know how much it costs for.
It's like gentrification.
Yeah, I don't know how much it costs for everybody else.
I pay $15.
Yeah,
but my haircuts suck.
I didn't want to say it. I don't know how what it costs for white people now, but it's like
$50.
Yeah, but it's like
$50.
But then when you have for females, like they go get their hair done, they get their nails done, they get waxed. This. It's like if they go one day of just doing everything, taking one day to do everything.
That's a good paycheck right there.
That's like that's a fucking paycheck. I hear because it's like it's not even just doing the hair. Like a lot of black girls like put in weave and stuff now, and like a good weave, like a Brazilian, costs like already $200 just for the weave itself.
Wow.
Then to go to somebody to put it in.
Stop.
And how long does it last?
I don't even know. Like, really?
Like a month?
Nah. I heard some good stories like from 6 to like 2 years.
Okay.
If you really
So
like,
it's an investment.
if you
maintain it properly, it could last you a very long time.
Yeah, if you're one of those people that don't know how to take care of it properly, it could last you like like a month or so.
Are people learning these skills to do at home?
Of course, just to save money.
Yeah, a lot of them are like going to home salons.
Yeah, just to save
but
money.
if you're like going to a professional salon,
it's
a
crazy
professional
money.
salon, that costs you like another $200, $300 to get it done.
Right.
Then going to go get nails done properly, not just from like. Oh, my friend down the street.
Yeah.
You're going to a proper place to get it done.
Yeah.
That costs you like another like $80.
Right.
And getting your feet done, that's another like $40.
And waxing,
and waxing and all that. It's like just for a girl to go for one day going out to maintain herself for one day of just her physical appearance, not including clothes, but just physical appearance, can cost almost like $500 to like $700. Just for the physical appearance. Yeah. Then when she goes and buy her clothes to go out, that could be another like $3-4 bills.
Yes.
And this is just for them to feel comfortable about themselves.
Yeah.
It's not even half the time. It's not even for guys.
No,
it's
just
like for other girls or for themselves.
Yeah,
it's a stunt. It really is a stunt.
Yeah. Like half the time when you see a girl out of the club or out of any kind of event and you see her looking real nice. Yeah. You're like, damn. Yeah. But you don't know how you look at that and you're like, you don't know how much all of that costs. Yeah. For that one day.
Especially with the makeup on.
Yeah. And then you see her another day and you're just like, yo, who are you? Who are you again?
It's true.
Don't know, man.
But we gotta feel blessed that we don't have to spend that kind of money on.
Yeah. That's one blessing for a guy.
Some people do.
Nah, you two do, yo. To maintain dreads is an arm and a leg, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
It's like $100 per session.
Yeah, my mom has dreads too.
You know what I'm saying?
It costs a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Well, that's what it is. It's preying on their insecurities to make a profit, right? Yeah.
I wish I missed the lineup days.
Like,
man.
I'm cool with like, so many girls. Like, I know it sounds cliche to say this, but like I look at women without makeup most of the time. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
They look good.
They're
like,
natural.
Yeah. And then they get mad at me for saying that. It's like, I don't know.
Because they have their own insecurity. They feel that, without the makeup, they're not pretty.
So what are you saying? I'm putting on too much makeup? Like, I'm not. Am I good at putting on makeup? It's like, no, you look good. Natural.
Yeah, I love you natural.
It's the weirdest thing because, like, when you see a girl and she, like, on a regular day, she looks good. Right? You're a girl. And you see her on a regular day, you're like, yo, you look beautiful. You look absolutely beautiful. And what's the typical thing they like to say? I'm all right. I'm okay. Yeah. It's like, yo, just take the fucking compliment.
It's never like, thank you. It's like, oh, you're just being fucking
you're just
or like eye roller, or kiss teeth.
Yeah. It's like, yo, just take the compliment, man.
Shut up.
Because, like, the girl tells us, yo, you're looking real nice today. It's like, well, thanks. I took care of myself. I did a little thing.
Oh, really? Thank you.
We do a little thing and we take care of ourselves, and it's like, yo, we take the compliment and we're thankful about it. Yeah. All right, so let's move on, gentlemen.
Whoa, wait.
Oh,
are we moving on to music?
Oh yes, we're moving on to music.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, we're moving on to music right now.
I was gonna say like.
Nah, say it, man. You can't just come in and say like,
you can't put.
It's a good segue, like the financial aspect, right? The changing face of music. Yeah. The destruction of like good popular music, for the most part. Yeah. It's all money. It's all because of money.
100%. That's why I really think that 6ix9ine is an undercover cop. You may laugh and disagree.
I don't know enough about 6ix9ine.
I really think he is a mold.
Really?
For that gang.
Didn't he get out of jail really quick or something one time?
He's doing allegedly. He's doing no time by cooperating with the police and getting the information on the rest of the gang members.
Which gang though?
the Treyway Bloods or something like
Bloods,
that.
yeah, okay.
Treyway Bloods. So I'm just like, there's no way in hell you're gonna do no jail time, unless
for sure
from the jump. I mean, from the jump before he got picked up, they already talked to him. Hey, look, there's a gang called Treyway Bloods, and we want you to infiltrate them and see what's going on. Make your music, whatever, you know.
Right.
We'll make your image for you. You're a rapper. You don't even have to write your own raps. We'll write it for you.
Right.
Your image, fuck it. We're the purple hair and blue hair, whatever.
Yeah, that's so suspect.
It will sell. Third, them tattoos, money. It's money. This guy went from looking weird from every single that he dropped, always went number 1 on the billboards.
Oh, that's whack.
I think right now he's 6 for 6.
Yeah.
I think he's 6 for 6. That's crazy.
6 for 9?
Hey. Hey. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is crazy. That's unheard of.
Right.
And to the point, you're facing 25 to life, to all of a sudden you're not?
Yeah.
There's something fishy going on in that situation. It's either he was picked up from the jump, or the police plant him into that gang from that time, just to get names and hits going on.
What's the history though? Like, has he always claimed that he's been part of this gang, or is
no? Apparently, he's been like
later?
He entered it later on in his I guess late teens.
So when he got money, or
before he got popping. Before that, he used to be like a good kid, like school and all that stuff, books, helping out kids in needs and programs and stuff. Yeah, like he was doing
like wasn't he running some kind of like prostitution thing before?
I don't know about all of that.
Like that.
Was that child
kid?
prostitution?
Yeah.
Was that like from before when he was younger?
Yeah, that was younger because I guess the girl lied about her age.
Okay, but he was still like being a pimp, right?
No. I don't think it was being a pimp. The story goes.
It was a video or something.
Yeah, there's a video of. Yeah, shooting like a
porno.
I want to call it a porno. I would say like he was shooting up a music video.
Oh, it was a music video?
Yeah.
But like a How Do You Want It music video?
Yeah, or like a tip drill. And and then the girl said she was of age, but long and behold, she wasn't of age.
Okay, yeah, that changes things.
You get no idea on that?
Yeah, so then he got accused of that. But to him, that's light work because at the end of the day, he's still making money and whatever.
Right.
He's not really in the system as a pedophile, and he's trying to make money, and that didn't affect this case, which it should have, but it didn't.
I never really listened to any of his music.
Me either.
I can't lie. He has like catchy beats. Like his beats are fire, and like.
But he doesn't make the beats.
No.
I hate that.
He doesn't make the beats. He has quotables. Lyrically, not there. It's all about the beats.
It's just the image.
Yeah,
it's all the image again, right? Just like you guys were talking about last week.
Yeah.
With Rihanna and shit. It's just the pop music machine that's pumping them out.
Yeah, there are no honestly, like when I see like hip hop now, and I see like R&B now, I don't really see anybody that's like come out and like, yeah, this is someone I want to follow. This is the next person I want to watch.
R&B.
Yeah, I know they exist, but I'm just saying like from what we have
the
from mainstream.
R&B, I kind of like the Jacquees kid. He's nice though. He's nice. I prefer his version of Trippin' than what's the girl's name again? Ella Mays. I prefer his version. His version it comes much harder. Maybe because I'm a guy, but I prefer his version than the original version.
You know what's funny though with I can't speak on that because I don't know like Jacquees.
Yeah. Jacquees.
Never heard him before. But like I feel like now because hip hop is like now like the most popular music genre apparently in the world.
of whatever it is right now.
And because of like the backlash at like the Grammys last year, do you remember that? Where like all the boycott and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Over like not enough black artists being nominated or like, you know, hip hop acts. And now it's like you see the Grammys this year.
And it was so hip hop.
So this is what I think is happening now. They're reaching,
Yeah,
they're trying so hard to get in there.
Because they realize now that hip hop is such a huge genre.
Yeah,
it's
trying to be authentic
it's
now.
So much in the mainstream. Like even Childish Gambino, I think won 8
Song of the Year or something.
Won 8 Grammys, the Song of the Year, and the man didn't even didn't even show up for the Grammys.
The most surprising to me was J-Rock won.
Yeah.
Holy.
You know, like that's crazy.
What did he drop?
He won for I can't remember exactly, but it was something off of Redemption, like that album they dropped last year, which is a great fucking album.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden they're like, yo, we're accepting of rock, of hip hop music.
They want the money.
They want that money.
Yeah. It's the same as the Oscars, man. Like, you know, what happened with the Oscars? So white, and then what happened next year after that?
It's so black.
It's like that's all you see now.
Black.
12 years of slavery.
Yeah.
So
Black Panther.
Moonlight.
Yeah, Black Panther. Black Panther was a phenomenon this year.
Yeah.
But was it really? Can I ask you guys a serious question?
All right, here we go.
A serious question.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen the movie, so I can't even judge.
Wow.
Wakanda forever.
I just don't watch movies these days.
Right.
So like, is it really what it's hyped up to be, or was it
for a black superhero? Yes.
Okay.
For a regular superhero movie, no.
Okay.
It was nice to see, or finally, a black superhero in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand that.
We had
Luke Cage, right?
Luke Cage on on TV, but on the actual screen itself,
Blade before.
Yes, Blade. Yeah, Blade we can't knock still.
Yeah.
And Spawn.
Spawn too, yeah. Michael Jai White, right?
Yeah. But this was the first time we've seen a black Marvel guy
with a majority,
majority
black
with
I agree with you guys
with the Avengers.
Yeah.
No, like he's tied in with the Avengers.
Yeah.
With a 98% black cast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's rare to see that, and the performances were there. Mm-hmm. Was there a lot of action in the movie? Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a lot of plot holes? Yes.
Okay.
Dialogue was pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Like it was a good backstory. It was a really good backstory. Was the villain excellent?
No. No. But no. But
no.
no.
Come
on, you okay?
No, Killmonger. Killmonger's backstory was not as it was in the comics, but they had to modernize it to today's culture. Mm-hmm. It was great. The way that was written out for
was that Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan was perfect. His acting on that amazing.
Top of top.
Mm-hmm.
But was he the main villain? No. I think the main villain was no. The main villain was Claw. He's the one that influenced Killmonger to be Killmonger.
No, you're
what?
Wrong. You're wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
Talk.
Wrong. Wrong. Okay. Now, the whole fact. Okay. Spoiler alerts if you haven't watched.
I haven't watched it, bro. Come on.
Okay, spoiler alert. But I'm not gonna give full spoilers. The whole fact is like you remember the beginning of the movie with the family.
Yeah,
right.
I know you say, "Oh, it was the dad's fault that made it." No.
No. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that there was he. It wasn't Claude that made him Killmonger. Mm-hmm. He became Killmonger on his own.
Yeah.
He used Claw to his advantage to get in.
Yeah, to get into
because everybody wanted Claw. Like you already know from like Civil War and from.
No, I don't.
No, did you watch?
Doesn't watch movies. Period.
I haven't even seen the first Avengers, bro. So it's not a Black Panther thing. It's just I don't watch.
You out this convo.
Okay. Yeah, so you have to take it as it comes. So too bad you're gonna have to deal with the spoilers.
I was planning on watching it eventually.
It's on Netflix. You can watch it right now.
It's been long enough. I'm past that point. Go ahead.
Killmonger became Killmonger because of what his uncle did to his dad.
Yeah,
I get that part. But if it wasn't Claw fueling him, like, yo, we're gonna get revenge, right? Fueling him to betray Wakanda.
He didn't betray Wakanda.
So it's like the Emperor.
But he didn't betray Wakanda. Think about
why?
Think about the message that he said. When he came in, he said, there are so many resources and everything. Like, he said that black people came from Africa.
Yeah.
We have our people who are out there in the rest of the world that are still feeling slavery.
Yeah.
We want to empower the best. Like, we have all these resources. We should be using our resources to free our people.
Yeah, 100%.
So he didn't betray Wakanda. He was trying to use the resources of Wakanda to empower the rest of black society to free themselves from slavery, from bondage, and to then take over the Western world.
Yeah.
So he didn't really betray Wakanda. He was just basically taking what Wakanda had and then turning on its scales, turning on its head.
He betrayed Wakanda.
He was not Wakandan. He was Wakandan descent, but he was not part of Wakanda. So he couldn't
betrayed Wakanda people on themselves to make his agenda true. He made his cousin, best friend, that's the gatekeeper, betray him to get in.
But how did he betray him to get in?
By giving him Claw.
Yes. So he didn't. He's like I said. He used Claw to his advantage.
Yeah, but if Claw didn't show the man the secrets of Wakanda and this, that, and third about vibranium, this shit wouldn't have been popular.
But you not realize that he didn't care about the whole thing about the vibranium.
Yeah. He didn't care about that. But
Claw really wanted the vibranium. He used Claw's. He used Claw's greed for vibranium.
Yeah. The end game. No pun intended.
To bring him in, right? Yeah. So Claw. So look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Claw got captured, right?
Yeah.
He knew he needed Claw so that he could get into Wakanda. So what did he do? He broke out Claw. And what's the next thing he does? Murked him.
Oh God, yo!
I'm sorry.
We told you you're out of this conversation.
Sorry. Ian.
We're sorry, Ian. It's all good.
This all could have been avoided if two scenarios. It may happen in Endgame. Because talking about parallel universes. Sorry again, Ian.
They are talking about bringing him back though.
One, the uncle didn't kill his dad.
Yeah.
The uncle should have brought him back home with the kid. Two, kill his brother, but take the kid back to Wakanda.
Well, actually, it wasn't the uncle that killed the dad. It was the Killmonger's uncle killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I can talk about Forrest Whitaker, right?
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker didn't kill him. He was gonna kill Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker's in this movie too?
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
You know nothing about this movie. You're completely out.
The third and final way that would have made it more peaceful, but the ending would have been not as impactful, would have been if he would have came to Wakanda and tried to break bread with his cousin T'Challa. Instead of coming in there arms blazing and try to make anarchy. But that being said, the ending wouldn't have been as impactful how it was with that line that he said at the end. Bury me with my ancestors that jumped off the ship because they'd rather death than bondage? Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, but...
Come on now. That line is hard.
My question to you guys is... You said it's a good movie. It's a good comic book movie, and it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But is it a great movie?
For black culture, yes.
Yes.
It's like Coming to
Black
America.
culture? Okay, yeah, I understand.
It's like Coming to America, but with superheroes.
Do you guys think that it's weird that the Oscars are putting it as Best Picture?
No.
Don't think that's weird.
I don't think it's weird. I think because look,
they're just
like,
reaching. I just think that they're just reaching and trying to make a buck off of something.
100%.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't think they're doing it like legitimately.
They're not doing it.
Like the Best Picture of the year.
They're doing it because of the wave that it brought, the money that it brought.
So it's like Titanic.
It's basically it's basically for, like, if you really look at it, a comic book movie, right?
Okay, so has a comic book movie ever been nominated before for Best Picture?
The Dark Knight. That's the only one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, true.
But like a comic book movie making that much money, making that much of a cultural impact and being that divisive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was
because
really
out of all the other comic book movies that have come out that have been like good or bad, you have people that are saying that this movie was so good, this movie was so bad, but there's never been like, now that they're talking about the cultural ramifications of this movie,
right?
Cultural impact of this movie. You have people saying that, oh, like is it really that important? Like why is it black people are finding it that important? It's like, it's not a matter of that we're finding it that important, because there were other movies that we feel that should have been nominated, that should have gotten a nomination, or that should have been like really impactful. But it's just the fact of we've had black characters in movies before, but it's always like you never had that guy. You always have that guy who's the hero, but he has there's that white savior. Or that person that's like kind of behind, not even just that white savior, but that person that's behind him that actually helps them to be.
They had
to
the
be
Black
that
Panther.
Okay, right?
Agent,
but like you like say Django Unchained.
Yeah.
You're gonna say like the Doctor.
Yeah, like the Doctor and Django Unchained, or even in Blade, you had his
Wesker.
Yeah, you had Wesker. Whistler.
Yeah,
you had Whistler, who basically made all the gadgets found him.
But basically, you're talking about movies that are made by white people, white studios, white people.
But but Black Panther wasn't those. Made from a black
it was
director.
Black director, all majority black cast.
Studio though, is what?
Marvel, I think.
Marvel.
So at the end of the day,
Disney.
Yeah, Disney.
It's Disney.
So at the end of the day,
but they're at the end of the day, they're looking at the almighty dollar, and you can't knock it. Like, it made bucketloads of money. Yeah. It made boatloads of money that they never saw happening.
My issue is just like with the exploitation element of it, like the money and the exploitation, like of people wanting this for the cultural impact and for the importance to black culture or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't like when people are exploiting that to make money off of it.
Well, look.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, at the end of the day, we realize for ourselves, like, we're exploited every day. Black culture is exploited every single day, right? And it's like for when we have a chance to actually take it and embrace it and show out with it and be proud of it. It's like, yeah, you know what? It's black exploitation, but at the end of the day, we look at it and say like, we're supporting it because we see cultural relevance in this. Yeah, we see the aspect, and you know what? Here's the other aspect. It's not the fact that it's an all black cast. It's a black cast that's all different, like backgrounds and dynamics. Like you have people that are Bayesian, Trinidadian, Guyanese. Like the West Indies is so represented in this movie.
Super diverse.
Yeah, it's a super diverse cast, and you have and the fact of you get to see different complexions of black people. It's not just you got the light skins. Yeah, you got the light skins, you got the dark skins, you got the maroons, you got people that are actually African in the movie. And also like even having the two white actors in the movie. They did amazing jobs. You didn't look at them and say like, "Oh yeah, these are the two white guys that are whatever." It's like these are guys that actually made sense for what was going on in this movie. They served a role, they served a purpose, and they did what they were supposed to do, but it didn't take away from the experience of this movie.
Right. That's fair.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, man. I don't care what anybody says.
I was just curious. Like, I don't really know. Like I said, I haven't seen it, and I knew there was controversy, but I don't really understand what the controversy was over. Like, why people were so butthurt over it. But
a lot of people were butthurt over the movie because it's like they're used to it's a matter of when you see movies and you see your own representation. You see like the representation for yourself. You can see yourself as that character. You can see yourself as that person. Because if you really look at like majority movies, like you see the movies that come out, like mainstream movies that come out for the entire year. It's mostly like a leading white male
100%.
Or a leading white female. And if you do have something with a leading black male, the supporting cast is usually white.
Right.
Villain,
Right?
Gangster.
Yeah, and if you do have, and it also exactly what you said, like having like for our history, majority of times when we see ourselves depicted on the big screen, we're either a gangster, a drug dealer, crackhead, criminal, a loud, obnoxious, black female stereotype,
Medea,
womanizer,
or we get
Deadbeat
or we get the token black friend. We're hardly ever represented as being like the lead. We are the star of a movie. Like now we have our black actors that are being given those leads. Like you have the Will Smiths and you have the Forrest Whitakers and you have Denzel Washington. I was about to freaking forget that name, but Denzel's the biggest name out there. It's like you have those like black actors that are out there, but then like you hardly see our female actresses out there like really being out there.
Well, back in the 80s, 90s, hell yeah, they were.
I'm sorry. Angela Bassett was the goddamn queen of acting at the time. And I said from time, in X-Men, it should have been Angela Bassett should have played Storm. Angela Bassett should have played Storm.
I did not think about that.
If you had Angela Bassett playing, because
Halle Berry did okay though.
She did okay, but if you wanted to be comic book accurate, if you wanted to be comic accurate, the next it was what's his face? It was Professor Xavier, Logan, and Storm were the oldest ones in the X-Men. Mm-hmm. Storm was older than all of Jean Grey and everybody.
They got Xavier and Logan perfectly.
Yeah. If they got Angela Bassett, done. That movie would have been fire.
She would have done a good job.
But the only reason why they got Halle Berry is because Halle Berry, and it's not a knocking on Halle Berry. No. But the reason why Halle Berry got that role because she was that fire girl at the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She was that top girl at the time. If X-Men came out when Waiting to Exhale came out, Angela Bassett would have been that person. It would have been Angela Bassett.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yo, I'm telling you, have you watched Waiting to Exhale?
A long time
That
ago.
movie was fire. Angela Bassett, that movie still holds up today. That movie holds up today.
That got me thinking about her in the costume now, bro.
But why the butt? Like, why are people butthurt? Like, on the other side of it, why are white people butthurt about that?
Because there's no white people in that damn movie, man.
Yeah, that's why they're angry.
Yes. There's no Tony Stark. There's no Captain America.
There's 2 white people in the movie.
Yeah, but they're
FBI agents. Like they're just in there like interrogating people. One guy he kind of helps them out at the end of the movie with the technology and stuff at the final battle. It's an FBI agent. It's just he's like the token white guy. See, in this movie there was a token white guy, which was him. He's an FBI agent. He came in. He didn't know Wakanda even existed because he was again, spoiler alert. He was about to die, and the females from Wakanda said, "Yo, we're not bringing this guy back to our place. And he's a colonizer. We're not bringing him back there." And the girls felt sorry for the man. No, we're gonna take him back.
Because
took him back.
Saved her life.
Yeah, took him back. He got healed. He's walking around. Yo, where the hell am I? What's this? What's that? What's this? Asking questions, taking pictures, learning how to use black people technology to the point that he knows how to master himself.
So he's being the colonizer.
The colonizer.
Or the imperialist.
Yeah. Because the fact is, he got shot in the back.
Yeah.
They said that by the bullet that was in him, he'd be paralyzed. Couldn't walk for the rest of his life. They brought him back to Wakanda. He woke up and is walking around like, I swore I got shot.
Yeah.
It's basically the people getting butthurt because it's like, ooh, all this technology, all this advanced stuff, and the black people saved his life.
Yeah.
And nobody knows that. And all of them want the technology, and Wakanda's like, nah, we're not giving.
It just doesn't seem like worth it to even be mad over that.
Oh hell no!
No, it doesn't.
As soon as you watch it, you were like, these guys are stupid.
Like, we have so many movies already.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing.
What's the fucking issue?
But that's the whole thing. It's because this movie became a global phenomenon. And it was like, it was a movie that the reason why it's like, it's had such rewatchability, and black people went out in droves.
Yeah.
To go and watch it, and bring their friends to go and watch it, and bring their friends to watch it.
Yeah,
like it was it was one of those things where it's like you got up and you're like, we're gonna go watch this movie.
But to me, that's nothing new.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
Like, yeah,
but people just got butthurt.
I say the same thing about hip hop, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
like the Wu-Tang Clan is like famous all over the world.
Yeah, especially the logo.
Bring, you know, like when they first came out, people would be like, "Oh, yo, you gotta check out these guys," right? Like,
yeah.
But no one hates on them anymore.
They did for a while.
Well, yeah, man, you better go watch that Black Panther
I'll watch
tonight.
It.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the reason why I haven't watched it is because I want to be up to date on the chronology, and I haven't even finished. I haven't even started the first Avengers. So.
Like, dude, really?
You have a good 15 movies to watch.
I know, man.
This is daunting 10 years of movies. How are you gonna be like, yo, I haven't watched Black Panther? You probably watched Avengers Endgame either.
You even gotta watch the old school Hulk. You have to watch Hulk as well.
I haven't seen that. Oh no, I saw the one with Eric Bana.
Yeah, you gotta watch all the Hulks.
Is there a new one?
No.
Man, you're behind. You gotta get up. Gotta catch up, man. You gotta catch up.
Because I watched so many movies when I was younger that I just like I'm over. I watch them here and there, but it's like for the most part I'm over movies.
Yeah. But it's like getting back to like the aspect of music and social media. we really went off topic there. Yo, you asked the question about Wakanda. You just
good. No, it's good.
The whole segment just went in one direction.
Dead.
But like going back to the aspect of like music and social media, like what exactly? How exactly do you feel about it? Like what exactly?
I feel music is diluted. Like it's easier to make and distribute, which is perfect because music you're going to need it for parties or whatever. But I think the content, or me personally, I love lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
It's just diluted. Like there's nobody doing metaphors, no punchlines, there's no witty jabs. It's just elementary school, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm upset.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like it's not into like it's not like smart raps. You know what I'm saying? Like metaphors back in the days, it used to hit you. You gotta like rewind it back to catch it back what the person was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, oh snap, he was saying that? Yeah. Nah, wait, let me just rewind it again so I could fully soak it in.
True.
Nowadays it's just skip. That's alright, beat. Let me get the instrumental to that.
And just to be clear, we're talking about the mainstream, right?
Yeah, talking about mainstream.
Yeah, if we go underground, there's a lot of good stuff. Like, you've been playing a lot of good stuff that I've been hearing. It's like, oh shit, I didn't even realize about that.
Yeah, so.
But like mainstream music, like honestly, I go out to parties, like that one, like the one party we went to, and they're playing the soca and the reggae. We're gonna talk about that separately, but you know, like it's playing all those things, and then when they go into the hip hop, I'm just sitting back like, what is this?
It's not even music.
What are we listening to right now? And it's like everybody's like,
they love it. People love it.
It's just the hook. It's just the beat and the hook.
Honestly, I blame Chief Keef.
Oh come on! Now you can't blame my dread-headed twin brother, dog.
Yo, man, I have to. That's when I saw it all start.
Mm-hmm.
Not blame Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy was for the kids though.
Okay,
Chief Keef was for even like the underground cats, like the people that love the lyrics and shit. Well, so-called love the lyrics, so-called love like the grimy shit. They'll be like, oh, this guy is the new street dude, and that's where I think a lot of this, went downhill. Is that people they put street authenticity before the quality of the music, and so like the drill music scene took off. People thought they were discovering this new like underground sensation.
No,
right?
It's kind of like UK music.
But I memean, like, it's at the end of the day, it's hip hop.
Yeah,
it's a type of hip hop.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, the lyrics, not there.
Oh, Cheeky, no, Cheeky when he had energy, he's like, I'm not trying to consider him like a DMX. DMX had lyrics and energy.
Yeah.
Chief Keef just had the energy. Like when you heard this track, you're bumping. You're not there for the the lyrics.
This is what started this whole new trend of like not really saying much, kind of mumbling, kind of sing-songy. Like
what happened to lyrics? What really happened to lyrics now? Like why doesn't anybody like I'm sorry, but all these mumble rappers that are coming out like that, like
I feel like you guys are attacking me right now.
Yo,
came from
no,
him,
I'm not
bro.
attacking.
I feel like you guys are attacking me right now because
I just want to know.
I have the dreads.
When you have these guys like Yachty and whatever, like how are we allowing this to be music? How are we actually allowing this to be music?
It is
the SoundCloud era.
Yes. Oh my God, you just read my mind. SoundCloud rappers ruin
but this is
the game.
This is what I mean though. It's like it's because people are always searching for that like new like
the new shit.
The new shit that's like undiscovered and super like street, super like rare and like you know what I mean?
What is street music anymore? Like,
so this is
really
what it's become. Like the SoundCloud thing is like it's the rawest fucking form. It's somebody in their fucking bedroom that's just making this shit, right? And it's like, and then people are like, oh shit, like it's so bare bones, it's so like lo-fi, like it's got to be fucking the real shit, right? The shit that people are like, and the shit that's gonna catch on, the shit that's gonna like take off.
Really,
that's how I see it, man. And I still think that it all comes from the.
I honestly feel sometimes like I'm just too old for music now.
That's why I stay on the underground.
Like I'm too old for me. Like I'm too old for mainstream, and I don't even try.
Mainstream is.
I don't try to get down with it because like, you know, I go like I said, I go into parties and I hear this stuff, and I'm just like, yo, I'm just gonna sit back in the cut because this isn't made for me. But then when I see people my age singing along to it, I'm like, really?
I mean, really?
But it's a catchy hook and the beat. I really think nowadays music has a subliminal tone in it that makes you wanna dance to it. Like that stupid Little Pump and Kanye track. Everybody goes hard for that.
You're such a
I see little kids bumping their head and dancing and I'm just like I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not catchy at all. But the mainstream people find it catchy.
It's whack.
Like, to this day, I still bump Styles P. Yeah. I still bump Jada Kiss.
But this is the thing. Styles is still consistently putting out good music.
Oh, 100%.
In 2018.
Because he's not doing what we said in the previous podcast. We're not being old artists trying to be the new artists.
They're just doing what they know, that's the whole thing. It's
trying to make quality music.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, I feel for a lot of our hip-hop artists, the same thing goes for our hip-hop artists that goes for our R&B artists. They realize that they stay in their lane, they know what they're good at, and they keep putting out, you know, quality music within their lane and start to keep doing their own thing. They're not trying to be like everybody else. That's I feel like with Eminem, where he was like he did his thing for the longest time, took a break, and then heard whatever's going on and tried to like kind of do a thing.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to realize it's like, yo, you as a person grew up like with
I don't know what
like
happened,
for instance like
that's why he came out Kamikaze.
Yeah, like you see Method Man, he evolved as he get like his rapping changed as the older he got.
Not only that, he became a good actor as well.
Yeah.
And he made his sex appeal, bring him to higher places with the acting and TV shows, this and the third.
It was great.
He was a hybrid, like Will Smith, Ice Cube, Ice-T.
LL Cool J.
I like Method Man better as an actor than Will Smith these days.
Will was what, 40 now, 50 now? I don't know.
Well, so is Method Man though.
Yeah, well,
he's up there in age.
Will's doing some weird things now.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at his son, bro.
But I can't lie.
He raised
Icon is a pretty nice song. Man.
Icon's a nice song though.
Icon's a nice song.
Icon?
It's a nice song. It's a nice beat.
It's an Icon.
It's a nice beat.
The beat, okay. I'll give you the beat.
The beat's hard because you already know what being beats. I love
it's a catchy song.
It's catchy. And
it's just the only thing I can't take of it is just like okay, and I hate to be a fucking hypocrite, but like the authenticity of that is like,
okay.
Come on, you're Jaden Smith. You're coming out of nowhere. How are you calling yourself an icon? You've been around for a whole like 2 months. as a rapper.
He's riding the wave from his dad, singing with Diggy.
Yeah, but his dad actually worked for it, though.
Yeah, 100%. Singing like Diggy Simmons and JoJo Simmons.
Yeah, Diggy Simmons has some talent, though.
Diggy's way better than JoJo.
And way better than Will Smith's son, Jaden.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But people don't only mess with them or with Diggy and JoJo because of their dad.
Jaden's boyfriend, though, he's good.
What now?
Tyler Creator?
Yeah.
Who now? What? Sorry, what now? Huh? No, you can't just run off that and just go away. I don't know about this, so please inform me.
Okay, on Twitter he said something about
a concert.
Yeah, sorry, a concert like him and Tyler are boyfriend and boyfriend, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically came out saying that him and Tyler are a thing.
Yeah. What do you whatever?
Do your thing, dog. It's 2019.
Yeah, but even like look at Willow Smith. Willow Smith like whipped my hair back and forth. That was a catchy song.
Yeah.
Yeah, then after
it's a catchy song.
Well, yeah.
As far as it goes.
A catchy song, but what other lyrics do you know about that song?
Nothing.
Thank you.
With my hair back and forth. That's
it's just the hook and the beat.
Yeah.
You remember.
Yeah. Good.
Nothing else you remember.
Yeah, really. I'm here trying to think of like the lyrics of the song. It's like
take your time.
But if we want to get back to the lyrics conversation, where do lyrics go? It's gonna end up in a sexist place, I think. If we want to dive into it.
Females are doing it right now. I'm not talking about Cardi. I'm talking about
I mean
raspity.
I mean like where lyrics went downhill.
Yeah. Okay.
Like why the popularity of good lyricism went downhill.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the clubs. Because DJs want the girls to come out to the clubs. So what are they playing? Do you think they're gonna be playing some lyrical track?
No, hell no.
They're gonna be playing something bumping.
Yeah, booty shakes.
Booty shaking.
Throw the money in the air and
That's
shit.
where it's just money.
Yeah, it was the strip club. Here we go again. Like,
is it the strip club or the club though?
I don't want to blame Atlanta rap.
No, Outkast came out of Atlanta.
Yeah, they brought good music, but majority of Atlanta raps right now is about strippers.
Is it the bling era then? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. Mid.
T-Pain, the little...
Oh, 100%. They brought in the little no lyrics. That's when I call it. I don't blame G-Key. I blame Atlanta rappers.
But they had better lyrics than him, though.
So are you talking about like new style?
He really changed the game, is what I'm saying. He brought it down to the mumble rap level. Some songs you can't even understand what he's saying.
But that was, Juvenile was the same way. You didn't understand what the hell Juvenile was saying.
Juvenile could spit though. Yeah, but Juvenile had bars.
On his first on his first single album, tell me what he said. What did he say on his first single?
Even Magoo, you couldn't really hear that.
Ass up? Is that the one you're talking
about? Nah, I'm talking. Yeah. You know me, huh? You know me,
Sick song,
what? Tell me, what did you say? It's a sick song. What did you say?
It's that beat.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I just know he said ha a lot.
It's that beat, man.
Yeah, I just remember that was a long time ago though. I haven't listened to that song in a while.
Magoo didn't really say much.
Magoo?
Yeah, Timbaland Magoo.
Yeah, but Magoo never got
but please don't tell.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I don't blame Sosa. Me personally, I don't blame Sosa. I think
biased. The dreads.
Dread gang.
My dread brother.
Dread gang. No, I think that he brought back energy still. Like he brought back people. I don't want to say the drill music, but cause I know a lot of people don't listen to UK underground, like the grime scene and stuff. It was kind of like that, but
no, I know what you mean.
But like American,
raw, like
that.
Yeah.
But it was American. Right now, there's a guy named Ira, I think 207. I bumped him hard. He's from UK. Him and Giggs. I bumped those two guys hard.
But what are their lyrics like though? Because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about lyrics, really.
I say Ira. He's like, let's say if DMX and Beanie Man had a baby.
Oh Jesus!
But DMX had bars.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not knocking him. Like, it's like a reggae type of stuff. Like it's hard. Like it's grimy. Giggs, I'll say he has more cheeky punchlines. Like stuff that it's like kind of corny. But you respect it. Like it was on that Drake track. He's like Batman, dun. Like, okay, you know, the dun means you're about to go go into action and you're about to go fight.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of people don't really get that. They're like, oh, that's
no.
Yeah. That's a shitty line. But people that are, I won't say hip hop purists, but people that are into the scene, we know what he meant.
Right. Yeah. Okay, but then if you compare that to Chief Keef,
okay,
who had, let's like put his best lyric that you can remember on the table. Does it even rhyme?
Gang in this bitch, 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 gang in this bitch.
Get out of here, dog.
I think you just proved my point.
Yo,
or I don't love no thotties. That's pretty much it.
Yo, he killed it. He killed it. Like, he killed the scene.
If you look.
If he had some lyrics, I could totally get behind it. But like, his
doesn't have
acknowledge the fact he has no lyrics.
He has no lyrics. He just has energy.
Then just acknowledge he's not a lyricist.
But then
we're talking about is lyricist.
But then, this is the thing. If he has energy, that's what all the new mumble rappers guys have. That's all they have to do. Like Lil Yachty. That's all he has.
He has no energy.
He doesn't have the same kind of energy, but that's all he brings is energy. He just doesn't bring the energy that you like.
He is boring as hell. His songs,
but a lot of people love him.
Yeah.
Cause that's
okay, Lil Pump. He brings energy, no?
No.
Come on.
No.
Taz,
I would say who brings energy will be Famous Dex.
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine brought energy.
Okay.
Famous Dex, 6ix9ine. What's his other guy's name again? I forgot his name.
Cause y'all know I don't know none of these names.
Yeah, Famous Dex.
I've heard of Famous Dex.
6ix9ine.
None of this makes no damn sense to me.
Little Uzi.
Oh, I heard that name.
Little Uzi Vert.
He brings energy.
He brings energy, but Yachty doesn't bring energy?
No, Yachty brings no energy. Ooh. The only person that's kind of new era that has lyrics and energy, I would say the kid Kyle. Kyle has bars.
He's alright.
For this day of hip hop, he has bars.
Well, Kendrick.
I can't consider Kendrick. Kendrick is previous years.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I'm talking about now. Okay. It's the boy Kyle. Kyle and Futuristic. Those two guys, they bring lyrics back into the game.
Right, yeah. I can see that. But he's not like I wouldn't call him
No.
But for the mainstream,
I won't say like he's on a Jay-Z or a Nas level. I'm just saying what for today's melting pot is.
Yeah.
He's the top spitter right now. Kyle.
Okay, who do you think right now in hip hop could be like that lyricist, that person that has that spits bars, that spits fire? I want to know because it's like
new era.
Yeah, this era. Because like I said, I don't really listen to hip hop right now. But like for our listeners, who would you guys?
For mainstream,
yeah, like for mainstream, who would you say is that person that spits bars?
I don't even listen to mainstream.
Kyle, the girl Rhapsody.
Rhapsody's not mainstream though. Definitely not mainstream.
I gotta put it, and then I had to put it mainstream. Then I have to.
She's not.
Okay, so what do you like?
So I have to.
I wish she was, but
okay, let's put it out there.
I would say Cardi B's mainstream,
Cardi B.
But she's not lyrical though.
But she's not. But Rhapsody's not on the same level as Cardi B.
No.
No.
Lyrics wise, no. Cardi's lyrics is just to empower women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, empower the girl that's a nurse in the morning but stripper at night. Or and to empower single parents that have to strip or have to do certain type of jobs to feed their kids,
right?
Or the turnover girls. She empowers them. Is it lyrical? Nah.
So it's not terrible though.
No, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's catchy as fuck.
She can spit better than probably like 80% of other mainstream rappers.
Yeah, because if you're gonna talk about mainstream rappers, then it's gonna be only her, Nicki. I'll probably put Remy Ma in there.
Yeah, mainstream.
She has
just that one song.
Just the one song.
And she didn't even write that.
She didn't write it?
No, because she performed it. She didn't write Sheether.
Papoose?
Yeah, she didn't write Sheether because she performed it. The day after it was released, she performed it at a concert and she couldn't even remember half the words.
That's pretty whack.
She didn't write Sheether. Everybody knows she didn't write Sheether. Okay. Off topic, but it's within the scope. Pusha T and Drake.
Love it.
Who won?
Pusha.
Clearly.
The reason why I say Pusha.
I mean, Drake won, but
Drake won commercially.
Won, yeah.
Drake won commercially.
Pusha won the beef.
Yeah.
Drake won overall because Drake always wins overall.
I will say the reason why I give it over Pusha because if you really listen to Daytona,
so good.
The album, he was snitching on the whole OVO camp.
Yeah.
He was subliminally saying like, "Yo, Drake, you have a snitch in your camp."
Yeah.
And
that was
and it's your best friend. Like if you really take it line by line, he's talking about OVO and like, "Yo, your boy 40." He's pillow talking.
Was that was Infrared the song that he did that line about the tick 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 though?
No. Okay. That was the story of Adidon.
Yeah.
So how did beef started? It started way back in the day.
Yeah, way back over Baby.
Baby and Lil Wayne and shit. But fast forward, Drake goes to, I guess, to Kanye's place for his Yeezus album, I think, or Yachty, whatever it's called.
Or whatever, yeah.
And he's helping him write songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You already know Drake writes for Kanye. We all know that.
Mm.
But Drake is listening to some tracks from Pusha stuff, and he's getting at Drake. And Kanye is in some of those tracks. So Drake felt the way, made the Duppy freestyle, which was good. Duppy freestyle was good. So I thought...
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
It was
thought,
okay for Drake.
Yeah, I thought it was done after that. But no, Pusha had to be like, alright, let me just put this album out, kill him. Majority of all the tracks was getting at Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Or OVO camp itself. Majority of all the tracks, all 7 tracks.
But wait. Duppy came out after the album though.
Then my bad. Then so the album came out.
The album came out. Infrared was the song.
Yeah. Then Duppy came out. So then I thought the beef was done. So right now I'm thinking, yo, it's 1-1 because the album was fire.
Yeah.
And Drake going there to help them guys out with the rhymes and their beats, and you're gonna spit in his face by dissing him. It's disrespectful.
But Drake's been throwing subliminal.
Yeah. But you don't see Kanye going to OVO camp helping out Drake though, or anybody from that camp helping out Drake.
That's true.
So I'm like, I found that disrespectful.
True.
Then he came out with a Duppy. I'm like, all right, it makes sense. You know, you go over there, you help them out, I get it. Now it's 1-1. The album was fire, but then he comes out with the story of Adidon.
Yeah.
To me personally, I thought Drake was done. Like I thought Drake was about to do a Meek Mills, because Pusha basically
destroyed him.
Pull the cat out of the bag. Because one, your best friend is talking about your business to a female that I know, and the female comes to me with that information. 2, you're hiding a kid. 3, you're about to reveal the kid with your Adidas line.
That's the biggest one.
Yeah.
What father does that?
But wait a second.
That was the part that made me go like, what the fuck?
But what? Okay. Drake. Okay. Fuck. I forget what I was gonna say. Edit this out later. Fine. I had something to jump in. Oh yeah, the timeline.
Yeah.
So he thought that Kanye was the rat.
Yeah. But it wasn't.
Right.
It's his boy 40.
Which he found out after the story about Adidon, like way down the road.
Yeah.
Because Pusha came out on the Budden podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And exposed the whole scene. He's like, it wasn't Kanye.
Yeah.
It was your boy 40. I can't do Pusha's voice, but Pusha's voice has a calm voice. You know, it's like, it wasn't Kanye.
Pusha's a fucking surgeon.
It was 40, man. 40's pillow talking to a woman that I know.
It's crazy.
About you, Drake.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then boom.
So do you think that Drake was going to respond to the story of Adidon, though?
I think so.
You think that the J Prince shit was real?
I don't think 100% was real. I think that J Prince told him don't do it.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Drake
had some.
Yeah, I think
but
Drake.
It wouldn't have been that good. Like Pusha would have came back.
I don't think it would have been good, but I think it would have been like disrespectful.
Yeah, I think it was just the fact that like when Fort, like how you were saying, like you said that it's for boy 40 that told me. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yo, he's been with this girl. And if Drake knows how long that he's been pillow talking with this girl and all the stuff that 40's involved in, he's like, yo, how much information does Pusha have? Does it make sense for me to go after him again?
But you didn't think that Pusha was going to respond to the duppy?
Nah, 100%. Cause I thought Pusha was a bigger man. Cause Pusha already won with the album.
He is being a bigger man by responding, though.
No, cause Pusha already won with the album. The album.
Yeah.
If you want to take by track, then it's 7-1.
Okay.
But I'm like, yo, Pusha, you don't need to respond to this. Like, let Drake have this one, and you call it a day.
But I think the reason why he responded to it is because he just wanted to let Drake to know, it's like, oh, I got you. Like, I know I'm.
It was a tit for tat.
Yeah, it's kind of like Eminem 8 Mile. The fact that Eminem had all that information on what's his face, in 8 Mile, and then use it on him right at the end of the movie to basically shut him up. It's basically letting Drake know, yo, I got all this info on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
And now the fact that he doesn't know. The fact that Drake didn't know at the beginning who gave all this information out.
Yeah.
Because the whole look at the whole fact is like the first thing he
planned
did.
out perfectly.
Yeah, but the first thing he did, he went after Kanye.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's like, oh, it's not Kanye, it's your boy here.
That bridge.
So now it's basically like, yo, Drake, how many people are you talking your business to?
To the point, no, but this whole beef, it made Drake fix his album though. His album was ready. He had to go back and
that's true
and fix up his album because of this. You know what I'm saying? Because of that pressure. You know?
That's what fucked the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Is that in the end, after all this shit, Drake dropped like a fucking forgettable album for the most part.
Only 3 bangers on that whole album.
Yeah.
Kiki.
Yeah. Unforgettable. I like Sandra's Rose just because of Primo's production.
And Mob Ties. Those are only 3 tracks that get played every day.
Okay. The one that's I'm upset.
No.
God's Plan too.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah. God's Plan.
I like that song too.
Yeah. Sorry. Four.
And then that stupid song that's played nonstop. That's called Nonstop.
Yeah, Nonstop. Oh yeah. Okay then. 5.
I hate that song though.
5.
Terrible.
Cause it's like once again, it's the beat, the hook.
Good.
I know.
So really,
it's 808s, yeah.
So really nowadays it's just the beat. Minutes. It has nothing to do with the artist that's on it. It's just the beat.
Nowadays, yes.
For the most part, yeah.
The producers are the ones that make the artists, but the producers get no
credit. But they get money.
It's funny how the artist takes all the credit for the producer most of the time.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
But now you have a lot of producers that are coming out to the forefront, being the ones that are like
because of SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And YouTube.
But not even just that. They're like you have them like
who?
Like
Mustard?
No, like Sony Digital.
Mike Will Made It.
Benny on the Beat. The man,
DJ Khaled.
The guy who made
DJ who?
Or whatever the
Khaled.
Khaled.
He's not a producer.
Yeah, he's not.
What he is. He always has to say his name and everything.
All he is. What is he? What is DJ Khaled?
A hype man, you know.
He's just someone that brings people together. He's like a project manager.
Yeah. Oh shit.
That's
true. So.
So basically, he's the new Puff Daddy.
Yeah, I guess. Did Puff Daddy produce though, or did the track masters produce all this shit?
I think he was just there, like he was just the energy.
Yeah, and the tracks I think that he did produce were like barely produced. They're just like one loop, basically.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of Puff Daddy, I was like, yo, I'm thinking about Puff Daddy and Mace. There's that one song we were talking about back in the day.
Which one?
The Jealous Guy.
Oh yeah, Jealous Guy.
Jealous Guy. I don't care what anybody said. Jealous
terrible
Guy.
Singing, but I love that
horrible
song.
singing. But
Great energy.
One of the best songs ever on an album.
I mean, that was a great album.
That was a great album. But Jealous Guy.
I like 24 Hours to Live though.
Oh, of course. 24 Hours to Live was a banger. It was the best. Okay, so. We're gonna go on to.
I like these little detours. So.
we go on major detours on all of our stuff.
Okay.
All right, so to end off the show, we're probably coming way close to time. But to end off the show, we're gonna talk. Our last topic of the day is when to let things go.
I'm gonna go start this, or I'm gonna finish.
You're gonna start this because you're talking about how you had this major rant going on.
Then I had to finish it. Then.
All right. Well, kind of start us off. Like, when you mean, like, when you're saying about letting things go, like, does it mean like a relationship,
that
life,
jealousy,
that's a hard question.
anger, yeah, relationships, jealousy, anger, fear. I'll put regret in there too.
Okay.
I'll put regret in there as well.
Like,
So we got okay.
like I see when, especially with in regards to like old relationships. Like, I have a friend who recently, like, she did was in a relationship, they broke up, and did something that I call the backslide. When you say you're done with somebody, you're done with a relationship, but then everybody's had that one person.
Done.
Yeah, that one person that they did the backslide. Where it's like, I'm done with you.
Thank
It's
you,
over.
next.
We're done. And then it's like, well, we can sleep together and blah, blah, blah. And then you sleep together with that person and you're thinking, oh, you catch the feelings again. You think everything is like, okay, we're going to try this again. And then it's like, they say or do something that's just like, yo, this is just a date. I didn't know you expecting anything more. It was just a date. And then you get hurt and you get like all like fucked up. It's like, I understand it's like, like letting go of a relationship, like especially when you're in a relationship that's been gone on for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like one of the hardest things to like just say, yo, I'm over it. It's just like I was saying on the last podcast, it's like, being in an abusive relationship or whatnot, it's the hardest thing to let go. And, you're in that, like, if you're so caught up in it, you're going to end up going back. Like, that person just says that one thing that just makes you feel like, oh, she loves me or he loves me, and they'll never do it again.
We can make this work.
Yeah, we can make this work. We can fix this. And then you get back in and then you realize, yo, nothing's changed.
Yeah. In the tubs again.
Yeah. So it's like letting go of a relationship is one of the hardest things. And it's like you're never going to really be out of it until you decide that you're really done. Because I know people who are in relationships, and that's not a matter of like being abusive relationship, but they're just in relationships that they know don't work. No matter how many times they try to start up again, it doesn't work. But they still keep going back because of familiarity. Because if you've been with a person for like 3 to 5 years, they're familiar. You know exactly how they are, how they speak, how they smell. It's just that familiarity, and you just want to, you feel comfortable like that. And especially like in this day and age, trying to start something new is hard. It's friggin' hard. So you end up wanting to go back to like the old, the familiar, the comfort.
That's true.
It's just like, with food. you try and go out there and try and eat new things and whatever, but eventually you just go back to Old Faithful. So it's like trying to do, like, letting go of old stuff is like fucking hard as hell. But you gotta, if it's not good for you, you just gotta say cut ties. Just move on.
How do you know if it's not good for you though? I think that So,
well, knowing what is good and what isn't good for you, like your gut tells you. One of the biggest problems I find that people they think too much with their heart and except with their head.
Yeah. Right?
So many people are like in their feelings, but not letting their mind, not listening to what their mind is telling them. Because it's like when you feel that something isn't right or something isn't a good idea for you, it's time to go. Like you need to leave, but people don't want to just follow their head. They're too busy following their heart.
Or they're following their private parts.
That's another thing. Well, why? Okay, let me ask a question. Why is it guys that like lead so much with their dicks than their heads?
Why are they which? Sorry.
Why are there so many guys that follow so much with their downstairs head rather than their upstairs head?
Or their heart?
Yeah.
They want to feel it. It's something new territory.
Yeah. Like if you're in a good relationship with somebody, and I'm not saying that it's like not cheating. Always just relationship. It could be cheating, but it's not always just relationship. Sometimes it's just like you see something, and you're like, yo, I want to experience that.
They want to test drive the car.
Yeah,
biology.
Yeah, but it's like
we're wired that way.
Yeah, but you like say for instance, you know that situation is messed up. You know that say you know that person, and you know they're messed up. You know they're crazy, but you still like. Meh.
You gotta train yourself.
I say 98% of the men nowadays are messing up the game for the rest of us that are in the 3%.
Yeah.
It's either it goes one way. They either ruin the chick so bad that she becomes a hellhound. You know what I'm saying? Or it goes, he messed up so bad that she has no faith in men, not physically, but like mentally, and like providing. Third way it goes, he's just a complete asshole, abusive to the point that she has problems open up herself to other men, or even people that she wants to be friends with. You know what I'm saying? It could go those 3 routes. There's probably many more, but I don't know them. But those are the main 3 I know. It's either the guy just wants the sex, gets it, and has her emotionally and physically drained to the point that she's want to give her body out to anybody else because things is a lie. 2, the guy is just a straight asshole and doesn't know how to communicate and talk to her properly, to the point she doesn't know how to express herself to other men. Or 3, what was the 3rd one again? She's just gone. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a shell. She's just out for the hunt now. Now she's a hunter now because of what a man did to her. And then the guys that are in the 3%, we have to, because we love to rebuild and fix things, we try our best to repair what's damaged. To the point that us fixing it is ruining us.
Because we're willing to work.
Yeah. But a lot of these guys aren't willing to put in, or they.
A lot of the girls aren't willing to put in the work either.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Facts.
Like, maybe because it's so easy for them.
Yeah, because they have options.
And they don't really have to do much.
They could literally come out their house and say, "Hey, you in the checker jacket, what? You want to hook up?"
What guy's gonna be like?
They're like, oh, okay, yeah. Let me just pick up myself right now and go.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Black.
For example, now let's say role switch, like we talked about earlier this morning about role switching. If that was a guy in the balcony, hey you, in the TNA pants and the Uggs, what the hell do you want? Let's hook up. You're a weirdo.
Creep.
You're a creep.
No, but didn't we also say that we do want girls to shoot their shot? Like, why?
Yes, girls. Yeah. Girls shoot your shot,
Sure.
but shooting your shot is not being like, hey, I want you right now in the bathroom. Shooting your shot is like, yo, I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
I want to take you out.
But sometimes there's a place for that, though, right?
Yeah, like I said earlier, like it depends on the person that you are. If you're looking for a hookup, then go ahead.
Right, yeah.
If you're looking for,
you did say that, yeah.
If you're looking for a bond,
You're right. Yeah.
go ahead.
So, yeah.
I'm not knocking both sides of the field.
Yeah.
You're just staying where it is.
Right. Just be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't mean to like cut this off short, but final thoughts. We gotta wrap this up because we're really running late. So we're gonna have final thoughts. So on today's topics and on today's like what we discussed today, whichever item that you want to touch on, want to get everybody's final thoughts. So having our guest here today, Ian, want to get your final thoughts on any topic.
I mean, money, man. Like, I think we gotta all recognize that money is the root of all evil.
Yeah, money change,
I think that, like, you know, we have to be more aware of why we think certain ways about certain things, and, you know, we gotta think critically about the world around us and the role that money has to play in shaping the way we think. And with relationships, I would say it all depends. Like, everybody's different, all your relationships are different, so you have to do what's right for yourself. And if it's time to go, it's time to go, but there's also like the point of sometimes you got to know when to stay too. So I don't know, I'll pass it on from there.
TJ, your final thoughts.
Let go. When you see the red flags, you gotta go, man. you gotta let go. Relationship wise, yes, if you want to work things out, go ahead. No way knocking you or belittling you if you want to work things out. But if you see you trying to work things out and the other person is not willing to do it, let it go. The more you try to harp on it, you just look more lonely to that person. Just let them be.
What if they don't want to go?
Then make up your mind. It's either you're about to build this empire with me or not. It's either
you're out.
It's either you're my John the Baptist or you're my Judas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pick one. If you're tiptoeing in and out, me personally, I can't afford that. I can't have that. Your
time is valuable.
My time is valuable. I live, I'm not saying like a fast lifestyle, but I live a productive lifestyle. So any girl that's listening to this or trying to slide into the DMs, you gotta realize my time is valuable, and if I'm gonna put time in you,
that's right.
Appreciate that, because I don't do that with anybody. My time is sacred, and I put the time towards you. That means I see something more towards your physical features or what's in your mind. I see a future with you. Take that in mind. If you don't see that, don't waste my time. Block and delete me, or I'll block and delete you, and keep it moving. I know time for the wishy-washy in anything, especially in friendships too. If you don't want to talk back to me or whatever, or if you have a gripe with me, just talk it out. If you don't want to talk it out, keep it moving. If I see you on the road, I'm not going to be awkward or kiss my teeth with you. I'll say hi, bye, ciao.
Civil.
No small talk. Simple.
True. My final thoughts are going around like the whole aspect of role reversals. I'm perfectly fine with the whole how things are going. The new change up where women are finding their empowerment and doing their thing and wanting to build their empire and build their lifestyle. That's perfectly fine. That's great, because like how we said before, we love women that are self-sufficient and independent. That's it's sexy. But then, with the aspects of these role reversals, there are, like how, my man TJ said, that now women are becoming a little bit, more aggressive. They're stating what they want, and they're being, out there and saying whatever, if you're looking to be aggressive and be the one be the dominant one in the relationship, that's fine. That's you.
Yeah.
Don't get mad when you get with a guy who's submissive, and then you get really pissed off afterwards and say that, oh, this isn't, why are you being like this? Why are you being like that? You can't get mad if you want to be a dominant. It's just like how we said before, an alpha needs an alpha. Beta rolls with a beta. And you have to know when to switch up roles. Sometimes, if you're an alpha female, you got to be able to, switch up your role at certain times and let your man be the alpha, and run things. You can't always be the one in charge. And that's the whole, with the role reversals, is that it's perfectly fine for you to want to be in charge, but at the same time, for you to feel your feminine self, you got to let your man be able to be in charge. That's the only way for you to actually to find that effeminate side of you at the same time. So, like I was saying, my thoughts is that if you're going to be that way, if you're going to have these role reversals, that's perfectly fine, but you just got to be able to know how to have that balance. Because that's the only way that a relationship can work with the new dynamic. Because there are women who are in the workforce who are like at the high statuses, like they're the CEOs, and they have guys who are not really pulling their full potential or pulling their full weight when they're with them, right? And when they're the one that's like coming home, like if you're you have your whole life you're being dominant outside of the workplace, and then you're coming home and being the dominant one at home, you're not gonna be happy. You need to have that little balance of being able to say, I came home, now I want to just sit back and hey, what do you just walking in the house and think you're just gonna come and sit down and go wash your hands, go do this, go take care of the kids, go talk to them. It's like, oh, okay, all right. It's like getting that equal balance. The same thing for a guy if he's outside all day and he's being the dominant person out in his job, and then he comes home and has to be the dominant one. It doesn't help.
It's too much.
Yeah. And especially like if you have your husband who's outside and he's not getting to be the dominant person outside and work all the time. Like he's working that 9 to 5 and busting his ass and getting treated like crap when he's at work. You don't want to come back in the house and start being treated like shit when he walks in the door.
That's true.
He wants to be able to feel like, yo, this is my house. I run this. And that's why, you know, back in the day, they had that whole saying about like, oh, daddy's coming home. Make sure to keep the big piece of chicken for daddy because, you know, he's out there doing all the stuff. You know, we got to, as soon as he walks in the door, like, hey, daddy, make him feel like he's wanted in the house.
People don't think about how much shit people take during their daily lives.
Yeah, and it's like,
come home.
Yeah, when you come home, you're taking shit when you walk through the door. You got to be able to, like, know that if you're, like, especially, you know, when your spouse comes home or your significant other comes home and they're saying, yo, I had a shitty day at work. Give them a minute to like express themselves. Say whatever they have to say. Get out all their frustrations. And then you could turn around if you had a shitty day. Yo, this is my day. This is how my day went. Nobody wants, like I said before, nobody wants to come home or to any situation with their significant other and say, you know, my day was such crap. Well, my day was crap. It's like, okay, well, you know what? I was talking. Let me get what I have to say out. Then you can fully say whatever you have to say. Right. Acknowledge me. Let me, you know, speak my piece.
Right.
And that's what every relationship wants to have. So, again, with the role reversals, you can have those role reversals. You just need to know how to have that balance within the house, within the relationship, to make it work. Because if there is no balance, it ain't gonna work.
That's right.
It's just gonna be even more shit that you're gonna have to deal with. But anyways, that ends Den of Owls Podcast 2.5.
2.5.
I'd like to say thank you to our guest today, Ian.
Thanks for having me.
Do you want to plug your IG or anything out there for the listeners?
iMac519 on most social medias, and then Lucky.Observer on IG. Come follow me. I do vinyl stuff on there.
All right.
Yeah.
And again, you know, my man TJ. You know, we always plug Den of Owls, but now when we talked about business stuff today, and we talked about what you do. So, you know, plug yourself so people know where to find your hair oils and your food and all your catalog, please.
Okay, it's going to be a long list. Food-wise, catering by 636 on IG. Meal prep, Elite Guards Fitness on IG. Music, Ultimate Vibes. For massage therapy, the hand _ by 636. You like that one, don't you? For hair and beauty products, Lion and Hair Beauty Products on IG. A personal blog and other techniques I teach called The Looking Glass 1. I think that's all of it. I think I'm missing 2 or 3, but I think that's my main ones. Oh, sorry. And for your edible indulgement, follow Teddy, and Ted by 636.
When we have our next podcast, we're going to be getting into I want to talk a little bit about that other part of the other. Hopefully, there's a certain female that should be coming on the podcast.
I hope so too.
To talking with us about some other stuff. So when she comes on, we'll be going more into that other. You'll find that out later on. Stay tuned for that. And of course, you can follow me, Iron Letter, at Iron Letter. It's spelled like Iron, Letta. Iron Letter, individual rule of a nation leading entirely through thought analysis. So that has been the Den of Owls Podcast 2.5. Coming soon, Den of Owls Podcast 2.3. Holla at your boy.